Hi everybody and welcome to Art Log 02. We are going to finish the title screen for Hear Them Beats. And like I said before, I just grabbed a record off the internet to use as a template. We're going to be making our own, but it's nice to have something to like look at to replicate it or close to replicate. As for my dialogue boxes, my screen recorder does not record dialogue boxes, so I will be saying the specs out loud. And let's get to it. I'll try to screen capture it, but if I'm in the mode, I'm probably not going to do every single thing. All right, so I made a new Photoshop file with the dimensions pretty much the same for the title screen, so the record can fit. And let's switch it to black and white. We're gonna go to the square tool, rectangle tool above the hand, and right click it and go to eclipse tool. And with the eclipse tool, we want to make a circle. Now, if we want a perfect circle, we want to hit Shift. If you're on Windows, I'm sorry, I don't know the alternate for Mac. So looks like we need to give it a little bit more like that to cover it. Oh, is it not a perfect circle? Interesting. I thought this was a perfect circle, but I guess the record is not a perfect circle. Interesting. Alright. Well, I want it to be a perfect circle, so let's look at the dimensions here. 951, 954, 954. Okay. So there we go. Click the check mark. And let's get rid of this bottom here. There we go. Now we have a circle. And we want to add texturing to this circle. But before we do that, I'm going to duplicate my layer. Click OK. And then hide this layer. And we are going to go to, I believe it is, it probably is filter noise, and we're going to add noise to it. Now, we have to convert it to a smart object to give it the noise. So click Smart Object, and in the noise, you'll see, well, you probably can't see my window here, but you see static and you see how it gets color. Well, down at the bottom, there's a thing called monochromic, and when you click it, it turns to gray and black, so monochrome, gray, black, and white. There's distribution, which is uniform or Gaussian, and we're just going to stick with uniform. The amount of static we want is about, we want to keep it a little gray, dark. So like right here, it's 112.72. I am going to screen capture this. So if you see me dragging, that is just me saving this so I can just pop it up later. So now I hit OK. So now we have a static circle, but a record does not look static. So we're going to go back to filter, and we are going to go to blur. And there's different types of blurs. We want to do radical blur to get the rings. So hit radical blur, and you can get the amount of blur. We're going to keep it unspin, and we're going to keep the quality good. All right, so the amount is default 10, but we are going to see, I wish you guys could see this. I'm going to see what it looks like on 78. There, you see how the rings are? There you go. So we have that where now we get like more of the rings for a record. And now you're saying, well, it's not black, but we're gonna double click this to get the layer styles. And I wanna see now it's red. We wanna set it to black. This is in the blend mode color, but let's see how it is with others. There's soft light. I think soft light is the best choice. I see this went white. So this is divide. So if you're dividing colors, if I set it to white, it goes back to gray. It's just removing one particular color to make another. That's what divide is. So it looks like the winner here is soft light to make it darker. And we're going to keep the opacity 100% for soft light. This is in the color overlay. It's between satin and gradient overlay. All right. So now we have more of a record. It's still kind of grainy. Don't get me wrong, it's still grainy. And we're going to try to fix it, okay? Yes, hi, Moon. Yeah, what's up? Yeah. That's my cat. She likes to talk. So that's the other one. They think I'm talking to them sometimes. Because I do. All the time. So when they hear my voice talking a lot, they're like, oh, you're talking to me? Okay. So I'm going to duplicate this layer just because I like to keep extras on hand. I also like to save a lot because back in the day, sometimes you would lose your progress, and I got that that fear from playing a whole lot of video games, because you would get to this part and then all of a sudden it would crash or something would happen, and the best thing to do was to spam save. Like after every single thing you did, you would just save, no matter if it took longer, like to walk to the saving point or whatever. It was just like, I'm saving now, so I'm going to save, like, and save my progress, duplicate my progress, and all that stuff. So we got this record, and now I want to merge it with another layer so we can keep this here so I can do more things with it. And what I do sometimes is, you guessed it, duplicate again. But this time I want this layer. No, not that type. Not texture. I want it to have an inner shadow. Ah, it would help if I put the translucent back to a lot more. You see on the outer ring, there's a shadow. And I have it on angle. You see how it's eating it. Because I want it to have the rings on it. Let's see. Let me see if I can get rid of the choke. Just a little bit of the shadow, not a lot of the shadow. Like here. Looks kind of good. So it shows some depth. Okay. So there's some depth with that. And then I want to try something. I do a clip mask onto the other one. And then, let's see something. I want to see something. If I have options. That looks pretty, doesn't it? But I don't want it as a purple and red inner. This is the gradient overlay, by the way. So black in the middle, white in the middle. It doesn't really matter what's in the middle because the middle is gonna get replaced. But I want that. There's the blue I wanted. Oops. Like that navy sheen blue. Okay. So I'm sorry. I did not say anything at all for what I was doing. So I clicked on the layer style again and I went to gradient overlay. And in the gradient overlay, it has blend mode color, translucentness is 100%. The gradient I put as color stop black, and then the other color stop is color picker 2F3242 to get that navy blue. And that location is 89 for the last location on the bottom, and the first location on the bottom is location 11. I apologize. I am a bad video creator. Let's see. Let me snip this so you can see it later. Save it as 001 so I can throw it up. All right. And going back to hitting OK and OK. Now we're back. And now I want to add another circle. And this circle is going to be just gray. I'm probably going to choose another color, but I'm going to do gray. And I'm going to keep it 265 for the record. Is that centered? Looking kind of centered. Looking kind of centered. Alright, so now for this guy, I also want an inner shadow. That inner shadow looks really look like MS Paint because it's set on dissolve. So we're going to go to normal. There we go. Normal fixed at angle 90, distance 0, choke 28, size 13. And is that the contour, half white, half gray. Default noise 0% for the inner shadow. Hit OK. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the circle or the hole for the record, which is, I'm just going to use the eraser tool Make a hard round. Put a little hole in it. Yes, the shape must be cut. I know. Boop. Oh. Maybe I should have made it bigger. Hold on. Because I still want to keep the shadow. That's why I'm doing it like that. No. No. That looks crazy. It's like a spiral. Looks like a donut. Okay, I can't do it. I think I'm going to have to just draw a circle on it because I can't eyeball it. I guess I can't see in a straight line. So we'll leave that alone for now. So now that we have that, I want to go in and on top of this, create clip mask. I want to do a white sheen. Myself. And I know it looks like I'm erasing it, right? But it's okay. So that hit translucentness. Oops. And now let's see what layer style I can do because layer styles are awesome. Definitely not a shadow. Honestly, I lied. Not a layer style. Let's see what filters can do for us. So we're going to go to the filter gallery, which sadly you guys can't see. Again, I apologize. I need to get a better screen capture. I really do. I'm going to try rough pastels and artistic, stroke length 6, stroke detail 4, scaling 100, relief 20, light bottom. We'll see what that looks like. It literally did nothing, guys. It did nothing. It wasted our time. So I might do blur again, but this time, well, let's try the radical blur. Let's see what that does for us. But I'm going to dial it back and say the amount for 23. Oh, look at that, guys. You see that? You see that, guys? All right. So now I'm going to save again. So now we got this record. But is it my vision I want it to be kind of pop out. But let's see. Let's do the test. So let's go back over here. And I am going to just what I usually do is control. Actually, I could do control shift, couldn't I? Oops. And that selects everything. And I want to put this in a folder, in a group. And after that, I want to duplicate the group, right? And oops. Now I just want to merge the group. If I can see where merge is. There it is, at the far bottom. And then we're going to port this duplicate layer to the title screen. And so gonna put this on top. It looks lame, doesn't it? It's not colorful. It's a no, isn't it? That's a no. So let's go back to the original. The colors were this, like steel blue, and there are also purple lines here, right? Purple grooves. And more blue, right? It was more like fun size. Not fun size. Fun. This is a realistic record, you see. So let's go back, right? And let's color this guy. Let's color overlay it, and let's color this guy with the intended color of this steel blue. So there's that. And let's go, let me look at this again. This blue on black. So let's go to this blur. Instead of white, we want to color it a different color. We do not want soft white. We want normal. That definitely blends in, doesn't it? And we want more blue. So now it's a blue shine, right? I don't think I can do stroke well for this one. Actually, I said stroke inside. What about stroke outside? Stroke center. Which one you guys like? Stroke center. Stroke inside. Outside. I think I'm going to go with the centered one. So it's more of a condensed shine. So size for the stroke is 1. If I do it anymore, it's gone, right? So stroke 1. And for the blend mode color, it's normal. And it's just like super blue. It's the blue right in the right corner, highest right corner, 0024 FF. Saving again. And let's go back to let's see how I have what I can do to make it more stand out a little bit more with the layers is I can go find some purple, right? And go to the eclipse tool or the shape tool, which is usually a rectangle or anything else, right? And instead of fill, I don't want to fill, but I do want to stroke. And I'm not sure if I want a 2 pixel line, but we're gonna see how a 2 pixel line is. And I'm going to go hit shift and make a purple line that got engulfed by everything, right? Let's go on top. There we go. So, and then I'm gonna make another one. I don't know why it's yelling at me. You can't transform the selected pixels because the pixels in the fill layer cannot be modified without first rationalizing the layer. Right, so let us grab the eraser, hit the layer. Are you sure you want to change it? Yes. Now we can do it. It is definitely making it difficult with the whole box, but that's because, okay. I should have did it, hold on. Because it is in layer mask. Whoops. Because it is in layer mask, so I want to move this out. So okay, this is bothering me. Okay, so I can do that, right? Make it bigger. And this thing is 6264. And now, actually, let me grab the other one too. you sure? Yes. Grab the two, duplicate these layers, say yes, I went on the same screen, and then pull them out. I don't know why I'm holding shift, but it's like, no, I don't want you to do it anymore. There we go. Wants to be extra. And I want to push it down a little more, have it a little bit centered. There we go. And hit the check mark. So now we have our purple waves. It looks like I'm losing a line between here, but that's fine. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to put these rings in the group. I'm actually going to call it rings because it's good practice to name your folders, else if you have to go back, you can easily go back. And merge group. Now we want it to do this. Now it's because this is still transparent. Do we want that? Oh my goodness, look how blue that is. That's a wild blue, isn't it? And for the rings, let's see how the outer glow looks. Looks like I have some noise somewhere. Size. I don't want any noise with it. Blend mode, dissolve. I'm just going through lines to see. No. Other glow. Stroke. That makes it definitely thin. And I think I'm leaning towards that. So it looks like it's part of the record. Thin stroke. I have stroke size 1, position center again, blend mode normal, and the fill color is black. And I think I like that much better than this one, right? This looks like a realistic one. This is more of a fun one. So let's duplicate this again. I'm gonna merge it. And we're gonna see record 2. We're gonna see, oh, whoops. My recording block is right here, so I literally can't see. Duplicate. And I want it to be in title screen. What do you think? Oh, I see some shadow right here. You see it? You see the shadow right here from this blue layer? I don't like that. So we have to go hunt that down. I don't like it. I mean, I could erase it for sure, but you see, now it unveils nothing. It will just eat it. So see? So I can actually get rid of the testing record because we have a record now. But I just need to get rid of that shadow. So let's go back in here. It's probably because I couldn't see, and that was my fault. So if you're going to do this, I would suggest making a background that's not the checkerboard transparent. See, because then you can't see if anything's wrong with it affecting the background or something like that. So let's take this paint tool and you see how it makes that shadow. So let's go back and see where it's coming from. Easy enough, you can just click it and it will tell you right here. And it's the stroke. So the stroke, actually no, is it the stroke? It is the stroke, but it is already on size 1. The position, oh, I like how outside looks pretty. Oh, they all look pretty. Outside, inside, center. I think center because I think it's because of the blur feature. I'm gonna try outside actually. I want to see what outside looks like. Because of the blur feature, it just does that. So We are going to go erasing today. All right, so what can we do? Well, the only thing we can do is... Oh, you see how smart I am? We're doing all this when, honestly, I just create clipping mask and it's gone. And it's gone. You see? Something simple like that, and I was overthinking it. So now, let's duplicate group, and we'll call this record 3. Duplicate again. Merge group. Now let's see. You like this one? Or you like this one? This one or this one? We're about to see in a moment. Alright, I'm moving record 3 without that shadow. Oh, and I have the documents listed like this because when coding happens, it's easier to be precise, and spaces are just icky in coding. You can't really do spaces in coding. So for variables and such like that. Honestly, I'm not going to get into the coding side because when I code, I just go. And for me to explain every single thing, that's just not possible. That slows me down. And then I lose my train of thought. So unfortunately, you will not be seeing coding on my side. So we're going to go to title screen. So it's that one, and then we have the record 3, which is this. Let's get rid of that. So, what do you think? I like it. I think I like it with this. I think I like it with the blur shine and not the... I don't know. What do y'all think? Record 2 or record 3? Let me clean up record 2 though. I'm going to clean up record 2. Let's get rid of this old dusty one. Actually, let's not get rid of the old dusty one because we might need it for later. We'll use that as a base, but this one, let's go and clean up record 2. So I'm going to go back here. And I am going to, where is it? It was right here, right? And it was just the stroke change. The stroke changed from outside to center. And that was the only difference. And I am going to I'm gonna call this record 2. What you want, Cam? Okay. What you want, Fluff? You want love? Okay. So 2, I call this record 2. Because group 2, look, I'm messing myself up. This is record 3, right? Record 3 is the outside stroke, and record 2 is the center stroke. So I'm going to, honestly, I can just merge this group because the difference in this is just literally layer 25 shine. I guess I should name this shine for later. Shine. So honestly, so I'm going to get rid of this one. So now we have record 3 and record 2. I think I'll ask people, like in the comments, which one do you like? Do you like record 2 or record 3? So record 2 or record 3? 2 or 3? It's hard, isn't it? I know last time the arrows were kind of looking wonky, so I just added a stroke to them, and now they are not like blending into the art. So here it is. I think I might do a part 3 because I do want to add animations to the arrows moving and also the record spinning. But we are at 1 hour, so I'm going to give you guys a break. I'm going to give myself a break. My cats want me to play with them because they're just staring at me, whining. So I'm going to do that, and I'll see y'all later. Thank you for coming on this journey with me.